Hey, Dan here, and in this video I'm going to give you 6 ways to increase the lead quality from the digital ads that you are running for your accounting firm. So as you probably experienced, a lot of the leads that you generate may not be the highest quality ever, meaning that they are maybe not looking for the right services, they don't make enough money, or they are simply not replying to your messages after you talk with them. So I'm going to give you 6 proven ways that help me to actually get better leads for my clients. So before we dive in, I will quickly introduce what I do exactly and why you should actually take this advice. I'm the owner of Accounting Kings, where we work with accountants to help them get more clients. On a monthly basis, we spend about $50,000 on ads to get them more clients, and I create these videos because I want to give as much value away to actually make you more money so that you can help more people and actually see that my advice works. So without further ado, I will share my screen, created a pretty simple but valuable presentation for you to give those 6 lessons, to give you those 6 ways to increase lead quality. Okay, so 6 ways to increase lead quality. I'm planning to upload this video a little after the tax deadline, so know that you're probably still busy. Maybe you have some extensions to file, so let's dive right in. So number 1, use landing pages instead of lead forms. So this is mainly for Meta ads, Facebook and Instagram. What I see a lot of accountants do, they run ads on Meta and they generate a lot of leads, mainly through those lead forms, resulting in a high quantity of leads but low quality. So the reason why the quality is low for most of those lead forms is because all the information that people submit is automatically filled in for them, meaning that maybe it's an old phone number, or that they by accident just click twice on the screen and the whole form is submitted and you generated a lead, which is not ideal for lead quality. So Google actually also has lead forms, but not a lot of people actually use them. So if you want to increase lead quality and you are running ads where you can have those lead forms, make sure that you actually use landing pages. And the reason why this works better is because it's higher intent. If you want to submit a form on a landing page, you actually need to fill in the information yourself, meaning that your email, name and phone number is up to date. And with those lead forms, the information may not be up to date. Plus, since it goes so fast to actually submit the forms, people sometimes forget that they even submitted a form. So if you want to get a higher lead quality and you are using lead forms right now, make sure that you test a landing page, a really simple, straightforward landing page that requires a bit more effort to submit so that people fill in their most up-to-date information and are aware that they even filled in some info. Then number 2, ask qualifying questions before scheduling. So this is something that you can do online if you are using a landing page, or you can even do this if you are using a lead form, but you can also do this over the phone. So if you are using lead forms, you can actually fill in questions that people need to answer, and you want to make sure that they need to actually type those questions out. So ask questions like, what services are you looking for? Ask questions, do you own a business? What industry are you in? Do you already have an accountant? Give an indication of your revenue, for example, or your goals. So you want to have at least 3 of those questions in your lead forms, or after people submit forms, or on the phone, simply because it requires more effort to then actually schedule an appointment. And the more effort it takes to schedule an appointment, the higher intent people have to actually talk with you. They really want to talk with you and they have a real intent of actually learning more of what you offer. So by asking those questions, they are aware that they are filling in some information, and you can actually see if they are worth scheduling a meeting. So what you can, for example, do, you can set up an automation if you use a software like Go High Level, where if you have a multiple choice question and they answer this question the wrong way, that you don't even follow up with them. And this way, lead quality will improve from the forms because it requires more effort, and you can filter out a lot of people with scheduling those meetings. Then over here, number 3, having more specific ads plus targeting. So this is something that you can do with Facebook, with LinkedIn, Instagram and Google Ads, is where the more specific, the better. So if you put an ad out there with a keyword like accountant near me, or you are targeting general business owners with Meta ads, you can target small business owners. And if you just say, hey, we offer tax planning and accounting services for business owners, schedule a free consultation. It's not specific at all. Well, if you actually call out people in the construction industry, people that own a restaurant, people that are in the HVAC, for example, if you tailor your ads to those types of people, so it's more specific, the ad copy is more specific and the targeting is more specific, you can actually touch more of the pain points and the benefits and the reasons that people can work with you and the benefits of working with you, meaning that the intent will also increase. So for example, I know, because I run a lot of ads in the construction industry for accountants, I know that a lot of people in construction, they want to increase cash flow. And if you can tailor your ads to those pain points of that specific industry, the intent becomes higher because the benefits of working with you become higher. So it's as easy as increase the benefits and people have higher intent. So they really do a good job of filling in the right information and actually showing up to the appointment that you scheduled with them. So if you have more specific ads and targeting to reach the right people so that you can actually have better tailored ads and landing pages, the intent of the people that actually see the ads, submit the forms and schedule meetings becomes higher, meaning that they are more motivated to actually show up to the appointment and convert. Then number 4, implement better conversion optimization strategy, online and offline. So if you track your conversions and you are tracking it in a way where you tell the platform, I want to get as many conversions as possible, sometimes if you have a little bad luck, you by accident get a lot of conversions in the beginning that are not the highest quality. So for example, individuals who don't even own a business, if you are after business owners. And then at some point the algorithm is going to actually track those conversions. Since you are going to tell them, get me as many conversions as possible, is going to get you as many low quality conversions as possible. So I've had instances with clients of mine where we launched a campaign. The first few conversions were low quality, and then I directly saw that the conversions that we were getting after were also low quality. Well, I was running the same type of campaign with another accounting client of mine, and the first leads were high quality, and they kept just coming and coming and coming. So what you want to do, you need to make sure that you keep an eye on what types of leads am I generating now, and am I telling this platform that I'm advertising on to get me more of those leads. It's pretty straightforward. Simply, you are telling the platform, get me as many leads as possible, or get me leads for this cost per lead. And the platform is simply going to do what you tell them to do. However, if you are actually going to say to this platform, get me these types of leads, and those types of leads were low quality, you will get more of those types of leads. So by doing an online conversion is making sure that from the start, you have high quality leads which are tracked in the platform, and only if you have high quality leads, then you tell them to optimize to get them more leads like that, or the same leads for a lower cost per lead. Because if you are going to optimize too fast and too soon and you have low quality leads, you will actually tell the platform, get me more of those leads, but that's actually not what you wanted to do. And then you also have offline conversion tracking. This is something that you can do with Google Ads, for example, where Google Ads gives every single click a click ID. And this is like basically a little form of code. And if someone then converts, so they submit a form and you have a CRM where the form submission lands in, then you can actually tell Google, hey, this lead with this Google click ID was a high quality lead. You uploaded information in Google, and then you can, if you have like 15 of those conversions, optimize for those leads. So you want to implement online and offline conversion tracking. This is more of a long-term thing because, of course, the platforms always need a lot of data before it can actually convert. But if you want to increase lead quality, especially over the long term, which if you are an accountant and you are advertising, of course you are doing it for the long term, then you need to make sure to implement better conversion optimization strategy for offline and also online conversion tracking. Then number 5, have higher intent conversion actions. So with high intent conversion actions, we mean filling in forms and not doing those lead forms, but also phone calls. So I always advise my clients to use multiple ways to schedule meetings. Can be with a phone call, can be with a form fill or a direct calendar. If you have higher intent conversion actions, then it's better to leave away those phone calls or direct appointment schedulings with the calendars, or of course also lead forms. And the reason why this is better is because the higher intent, those conversion actions, the more motivated someone is to actually convert. So this relates a little bit to the point that I was making earlier about lead forms. But if you are not using lead forms right now, but you are using phone calls and the lead quality is low, then you can consider switching to form submissions only, resulting in that the leads that you will generate have a higher intent. You can imagine that if you are looking for an accountant online or you see an ad, you are looking on your phone and you can click on the phone number. It's simply one click. Well, if you actually submit a form, you need to do multiple clicks to fill in your name and your details. So if you have low lead quality, try having a higher intent conversion action. And then number 6, and this is the last one, and arguably maybe even the most important one, have a better follow-up system. And this is not directly impacting the leads that you generate from a perspective where the conversion itself, the conversion action is better, because if you have a better follow-up system, a lead is already generated. And what a lot of people say, I need to get better quality leads, they don't mean that the leads from the standpoint of when they actually convert, so they fill in a form or they call, they don't really mean that that quality needs to be better, but they just want to have meetings with people that are more likely to convert, right? So they are looking for the right services, they are in the right industries, and they have money to invest. And you can imagine that someone that owns a successful business and can really use your services and submits a lead form online or gives a call can still be a really high quality lead. However, if your follow-up system sucks and you call them a week after, they don't even remember that they gave you a call or that they filled in a form. However, if you actually send them an SMS message within 3 minutes or 3 seconds, and if you call them within a couple seconds, and if you send them an email within a couple seconds, I bet you that the lead quality will be better because they actually remember what this was all about, since they filled in that information a couple seconds ago instead of a week ago. So having a better follow-up system is so extremely important if you actually want to get better leads. And I actually was doubting about making a separate video about how important this is, because you can generate tons of leads that are low quality in terms of they will forget who you are an hour after they submitted the form. But if you get them on the phone literally within a few seconds, then they are maybe still even high quality leads that then actually say, okay, actually, yeah, I filled in this form. I'm not going to lie, I kind of did it by accident, but yes, I do own a business and I am in the industry actually that you said. You know what, I'm actually interested in those tax saving strategies or in those accounting strategies. And then they schedule a meeting. You make sure the meeting is scheduled for tomorrow, not for next week, so it's still fresh on the memory. You send them the reminders, and there you have a high quality lead. So generating high quality leads is not all about having landing pages over lead forms. It's not all about having the best targeting, but also about having a better follow-up system. So those are the 6 points that I know for sure if you implement, you will generate more higher quality leads. There's always a consideration that you need to make. Do I want to generate just 2 really high quality leads per month instead of 10 lower quality leads, but still with a good possibility of them converting? That's a decision that you need to make on your own, because there's a lot of context with every single campaign, but you can generate a lot of money from campaigns that have a lot of leads that are lower quality with a better follow-up system. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video. So if you are an accountant and you want to get more clients, but you don't really have the time to do it yourself, you don't really like to do all of the marketing, or you simply don't know exactly how, then you can click on the first link in the description of this video to see how I can help you with this in a way where I only profit until you do. And then the second link in the description, you can join a free Facebook community with like-minded accountants who also all want to grow their firm, help more people, and of course make more money. So I really appreciate you watched the video to the end. I really hope that you learned something from it. If you did learn something, make sure to like the video, subscribe to do not miss any videos. I'm uploading videos every day and 3 educational videos like this every week. And if you have specific questions you want to get an answer to, just leave them in the comments and I'll answer them. So again, thank you so much for watching the video, and I will see you in a couple of days.